All right, I don't normally do things this way, but I'm going to do it today. I just finished a session and I'm going to do a video about it. I want to show you how this works. When I turn the TV on, it basically is where I left off the previous session. I have no idea what's on. I don't look at the TV. I don't look at the channel guide. I just turn it on. And it's usually a clue. Now this is me just turning the TV on this morning. Now, right off the bat, you can see blue and green. But this movie I came to find as I was flipping through and analyzing this after I deflected and did my session is called Truth. It's based about a story in the 70s about George Bush and the military. But it's based in the 70s, which is the frequency of yellow, orange and yellow. Now, I go through this. They're doing all these different tests. They want me to focus. I deflect everything. They're going through. I end up flipping the channel to this, and you see it's Daddy Daycare, or Daddy Day Camp. And the color green is prominent because that's the daddy color, as I've mentioned. Now, I flip, and there's Airplane. It's a comedy. It's represented by the color green. By the way, today is Tuesday, and I've come to realize that Tuesday is the color green in the chakra spectrum. Monday is yellow, Tuesday is green, Wednesday is blue. Now, I'm flipping through, I'm just going through the channels, I'm deflecting, and I'm trying to read into what they're doing, trying to get clues about what's happening. But I usually get the answers after I watch it, after I'm done. So I'm flipping through, I'm back to that Truth show. They're trying to get me to read this stuff. I'm deflecting. And we go through. Now, let's see. Back to this, I'm just flipping around. I'm not staying on anything for any particular reason other than to research. And you see the color green showing in the background there. They want to establish, am I in the lower frequencies, the orange or yellow, or am I in the green or blue, which is what they want, or which is what they don't expect. Now I'm on the Virgin Suicides. I'm just flipping around. This is another movie based in the 70s, and that's why they're showing the orange and yellow color that these people are wearing. It's a test, but listen to this. It's very interesting. It's number 8. That's a clue.
Clive, did you see those girls in the 90s? That's what I want. That's the shot that I want, okay? Honey, you're going to have to move forward. I want those girls in the 90s.
Now, this is a movie based in the 70s. I don't even know what the hell she's talking about. She said, did you see those girls in the 90s? That's what I want. Honey, you're going to have to move forward. I want those girls in the 90s. The 8 is the 80s. I showed you they started with the 70s. This program is based in the 70s. Now we're to 8, and then she wants them in the 90s. It's all code. Now I'm still flipping around, just scrolling through this. They keep trying to get me to read that text. I took a break and I turned it off for a few minutes. Now it comes back on. You can see it always starts when that fixed is on the top right. That means the TV's going on. They're still trying to determine who I am. This program is about trying to figure out the truth. Is this document that they're analyzing, was it created in the 70s or in the 80s or 90s by a computer versus a typewriter? It's about frequencies. It's about colors. Now, I'm up to this. I'm not really watching this. I'm just keeping it on to see what happens, to see what they say about me, because I left it on a program I wouldn't normally watch. Now I'm just flipping around, flipping through. I'm inserting this into the video. I realized that I didn't include much dialogue from this movie, but there are plenty of hints about me not being what they thought, or being what they thought, which was basically born in the 70s, which is true. My script being written in the 70s by a typewriter versus a computer. It's all about age. Watch this dialogue.
So can the experts say, George, positively, that these weren't typed and therefore couldn't have been made in the early 70s?
They say all the clues indicate that. They're not making an absolute 100% guarantee.
I take another little break. Now I turn this back on. Now this, now I'm just flipping through. This clue here. This, okay.
No problem identifying them.
I have no problem identifying them.
I would say, based on our available handwriting evidence,
Handwriting evidence is just code. They're analyzing me, the viewer.
this is the same person.
This is the same person. And you see these colors? There's green behind him and blue behind him. Because they think I've moved up to these colors versus the lower frequency colors, which are orange or yellow from the 70s.
Manley finds the signatures to be of some of the most compelling evidence.
All this camera movement you see, this sweeping movement, most viewers would watch that and have no idea it's for hypnosis. As I'm watching, I'm moving my eyes all around and I deflect that.
We talked to him again today by satellite. Are you surprised that questions come about these? We're not, but are you surprised?
They're surprised about me because they thought I was lower frequency. And you can see this weird blue light at his head. This guy represents the color blue. I know because I've been doing this research for years. This actor shows up because he's cool. And whenever blue is prominent, that's what he's looking for. That's what he resonates with. Now, that's why there's this weird blue line in his head. Are you surprised about me, the viewer, that I'm resonating green and blue? I'm cold. I'm not giving them fire or lower frequency.
I knew going in this was dynamite, one way or the other.
See, dynamite. They knew it was dynamite, which is the lower frequencies. That's the fire, red, yellow, orange. They knew coming into this that I was supposed to be dynamite, which is the truth. Because really, that's what I am. But I know how to fool these people into thinking I'm higher frequency colors, just for research purposes. Anyway, flipping around. Oh, you can see here, there's a commercial. Being Mary Jane is back. Mary Jane is code for green, for marijuana. So, once again, I'm green. I'm not the lower frequencies. I'm flipping around. Back to that true thing. Flip to this channel. Watch.
Well, the CBS Evening News.
They should hit our atmosphere in about 3 minutes. How do you...
Now, you can see all the channels moving on the bottom? That's a process I use. With my control, I press up really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just keep going. And it stays on the very next channel until I let go. And then it moves up however many presses I made. It's a way I test to see if I catch them off guard on different channels. So as I'm doing that, it's sitting on this channel until I stop pressing that. But you can hear what they say. They say...
They should hit our atmosphere in about 3 minutes. How do you want to...
Their atmosphere is green and blue. Now let go.
Beautiful.
And it's a guy's staring at the fire, which I've been talking about, and he calls it beautiful. Because they're surprised at how I'm behaving. I was supposed to be fire.
As any ocean.
As beautiful as any ocean. It's all code. Now, very next channel. This becomes real key here.
I doubt that very much. She would never supersede the council.
Sure about that? Who's gonna...
She would never supersede the council. They're talking about blue versus green. Once you're in the blues, you're deemed female in energy. So she, blue, which I might be, would never supersede the council, which is green.
You?
Factional law must be upheld.
Wait. Can I ask you one question?
Now this is a trick. Boom, that quick movement. I deflected it as I watched.
Can I ask you one question? Janine believes that Erudite are most fit to govern because they are the smartest. Do you believe that Candor is most fit to judge because you're so honest?
All key, all code. Erudite is fit to govern because they're the smartest. They're represented by an eye symbol. I looked this up after I recorded this morning. The eye is indigo or purple. It's higher in frequency, smarter, because they're getting the information through the third eye. Green is below that. Green or blue. And that's honesty. And that's the Candor faction that he just mentioned. If you know this series, it's the Candor faction.
I admit, I do hold that belief.
Then would you say that a trial held here at Candor would be inherently more fair than a trial held by Erudite?
Now I turn it.
I've identified the host as...
She's identified the host as, I'm the host, the viewer is the host. As I've mentioned, they're looking for a place to reside. They can jump in and out of the viewer. These are spirits, technological ghosts. They've identified the host as, and you see this guy's got a green face.
General Zod of Kandor.
General Zod of Kandor. I just showed you the previous channel. It said Candor and Kandor. This shit is real. It's happening in real time. If there's anyone out there watching this that's in the same boat I'm in, which is doubtful to me, you gotta pay attention. This stuff is really happening. They're trying to figure out what the viewer is resonating, who the viewer is, so they can utilize you and your energy. It's all about the colors and numbers. And everything is code. And as you watch, they create judgment based on who you are and how you're behaving. And if you watch the way I do, and you don't think anything, and you deflect all their quick movements with their cameras, and you show no fire or passion or blood, you get colder and colder in frequency. You work your way up the scale towards the feminine, which are the blues and purples. And you can begin to see how these beings operate.